Is a foreclosure crisis in the forecast for 2021? Hey there, I'm JC with the Agajanian Group, and today we're talking about a topic that has been hotly contested over much of this year, or actually much of the year post March 16th when quarantine first took place. And that is, are we going to see a big housing downturn, even a foreclosure crisis coming in 2021 as a result of people losing their jobs, going into forbearance, and possibly see them move right through forbearance into foreclosure? Well, let's go ahead and dig into the details and figure out what we can expect moving forward. The first thing I'm going to talk about is what banks have been asked to do by our government, what they've agreed to do out of their own goodwill, I guess. Maybe good reputation is more important, and what's been done for people who have had a hard time and actually suffered loss and lost their jobs or had other financial hardships due to COVID-19. The forbearance is basically you connecting with your lender, explaining the situation, and making arrangements to not make payments for a period of time. That period of time is dependent on your situation and what your bank's being willing to do. The most of them have started with either a 90-day period or a 180-day period, 3 months or 6 months. Did you know that those forbearances are eligible to roll over again? So if you started with 6 months and you continue through, your time comes up, you can connect with your bank and actually ask for another 6 months. More importantly, with good communication with your lender, which they're all very incentivized to reach out to you and not leave the burden on you because they want to make sure they know what's going on. The plans are in place to figure out how to exit the forbearance period and get you back on track, and when and how that repayment will take place. And the majority of them are simply going to tack those payments and interest that's been deferred onto the principal, the back end of your mortgage. So a lot of times people can simply start resuming making their payments again, and guess what? We would not see a bunch of foreclosures if that's the case. So what's going to happen for those people who can't step up and start resuming payments again? They've got some more permanent financial hardship that they're just not going to recover from. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're in San Diego County and you've been owning a home for at least a year, and in the situation we've just laid out, there's a good chance you have, if not 2, 3, 4 years, the chances are you're sitting on a boatload of equity, because this San Diego real estate market has just been on fire, not just for a year, but for a long time now. So for people who are not able to resume that payment, figure out how to get back in line and keep in current with their lender, chances are they're just going to sell and make a bunch of money. Take a nice nest egg, reset, go find a place to rent, and get on their feet again. The percentage of people who are not going to be able to become current again and not be able to sell as a traditional sale as opposed to a foreclosure or short sale are very small. Largely due, like I said, to the market appreciation we've had over recent years. So again, another reason we are not anticipating a swell of foreclosure inventory in 2021. Another reason to believe that people in the worst trouble who cannot recover financially in the near future are truly going to be looking at equity sales as opposed to a distressed sale is the same thing that we're looking at now and what's driving our market, and that's the supply and demand imbalance and the phenomenal interest rates. Now, are rates going to be exactly the same as they are right now? No, everyone's forecasting them to float up a little bit, but nobody is expecting them to go up significantly. Interest rates are hovering right around 3% or below right now, and most economists are forecasting that to go up maybe by a half a point or so, plus or minus over the next 12 months. But 3.5% is still amazing. Historically, it's extremely low. In addition, we've got a very low supply and a very high demand thanks to those interest rates and other factors. So even if the supply raises up, it's still likely not going to hit a neutral mark anytime soon. We're still going to have more people looking to buy than we are looking to sell, And that's going to help those people that are in real trouble, like I said, make that equity sale as opposed to a distress sale through a short sale or a foreclosure. The bottom line is we do see downturn in housing markets on a 10, sometimes 15-year basis. And eventually, that will be in our future. Not immediately, but by the time that happens, there's a good chance that the increase in interest rates for your mortgage is going to counteract the affordability that you're going to save from the values coming back down. So here's what I'm saying. If you were still waiting on the fence, you're thinking that you might be able to take advantage of a big discount in real estate prices in San Diego County, I humbly disagree with that standpoint, and I would love to take this conversation offline and chat with you a lot more about it. I'm at 619-224-9898. Look forward to talking to you soon.